Hi, good day, guys. We're here today to cook an authentic Chinese dish called braised pork belly. These are the ingredients that we are going to need. So, to make cooking easier, we need to assemble it first. So, this is our pork belly from Asda. It was reared in Holland and slaughtered in Germany. And we need some ginger, which is sliced into thin strips. This is an important part of our dish. And of course, the meat, the protein. Some spring onions, which we divided into two, the hard part and the soft part. We're going to add first together with ginger the hard part of the spring onions, and we'll add this later at the later part when the dish is almost done. You will need some broth cube, ideally pork cube, but since I can't find any pork cube, we will just settle with this. But it's okay if you will not add this, if you don't feel comfortable adding beef cube into pork. And this is an optional ingredient, mushrooms. Any kind of mushrooms will do as long as it's not poisonous. We have lots of mushrooms, so in order for it not to get thrown away, and because it might be spoiled, so we are adding this. And then we will also need some Chinese cooking wine. I'm using Shaoxing, and some soy sauce. About 1.5 to 1 cup of soy sauce and 1 cup of Shaoxing. And we will be needing about 2 cups later of lukewarm water to add to the mixture while it's boiling, so that we can let it tenderize. So these are the ingredients that we will be needing. And you will also be needing, and I did forget one important component of our dish. It's brown sugar. Just estimate it. It should be enough to cover the meat once this is caramelized in the wok or pot. And we will be needing as well a small portion of about 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. In this case, I'm using sunflower oil because that's the cheapest that we have here. Our coconut oil is too expensive and it sleeps, it hardens with our weather. So let's begin cooking. So I've cut the pork into this sizes. I'm choosing a bit larger size because if we are going to boil this for a couple of hours, it's going to shrink. So for aesthetic purposes and also for practical purposes, I'm just having it on larger cuts. Kaya mukuyos pa na niya, dugay ko na ito ni siyang pabukalan. Magamit ta og pressure cooker kaya para madali-dali. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to blanch this for 10 minutes until the scum is going to float when the water is boiling. Then after 10 minutes, we're going to remove the water from the meat, and then we're going to do another process. So sa Bisaya pa, or Taglish and Bisaya mixture, ang gagawin natin is laphawan nato, pakukuluan natin ng mga 10 minuto lang upang matanggal yung dumi or amoy ng karne. And then we're going to dispose the water and we will do another process. I usually don't like doing this, it's a waste of time. The meat here is clean, but just following the Chinese tradition on taking away the smell of the meat, but there's already lots of spices added, yeah. But you need to do this to take away the scum and the impurities from the meat. Okay, we're going to add the sugar now, but before adding the sugar, make sure that there's no water in the pan. So you will put it in high flame, high to medium. Okay, no more water, so we're going to add, you can use either refined sugar or brown sugar, it's up to you. How much sugar? Actually, it depends on you, or it depends how much you need. As long as the sugar is going to coat all of the meat. So I adjust the flame because I don't want the sugar to burn. Since almost all of the sugar has caramelized, so natunaw na yung lahat ng mga sugar, I'm going to add the meat. Okay, I put in the meat and make sure that the meat is thoroughly covered by the sugar. I've also lowered the heat so that the sugar will not get burned. Now I've added a little oil so we can saute the ginger and half of the spring onions that we have chopped. Okay, mix everything up, and then now I'm going to add 1 cup of cooking wine and soy sauce according to your taste. I'm adding the star anise and the lukewarm water, which is about 2 cups. Then don't forget to add a broth cube. Okay, and then we'll let this to tenderize. We leave this to tenderize for, since I'm using a pressure cooker, there's no definite rule, until it's tender to the gelatinous consistency that we're looking for, or according to your preference. I'm going to leave this to boil in the pressure cooker for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, I'll add now the mushrooms. Okay, I've covered the pressure cooker and we'll leave that for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Okay, so it's already cooked to the consistency, and I've added, it's already cooked, and I've added the spring onions, and it's already cooked to the consistency that we wanted. So I'm going to serve this now and have my dinner. So this is the finished product, braised beef. Some people, what they do is they take the meat away, put it on a separate plate, further reduce the sauce and boil it until it becomes paste-like, or like a spaghetti sauce consistency. But if you prefer this one, this is the one that I prefer. Yeah, just use this. And actually it's just similar to our humba in Bisaya. The only difference is the sugar is caramelized before putting the protein, because in humba we just add everything, and aside from that, this has no vinegar, just soy sauce and the shaoxing, the Chinese cooking wine. So that's our humba. Oh, not humba, I mean the braised pork belly. It's very tender. It's very tender. So this reminds me of the humba in Carmelite in Mabolo, Cebu, where Father Ariel used to bring us Pritheo at the Carmelite monastery. So yeah, but this is not humba, okay? This is authentic Chinese style braised pork belly. It just looks like humba. And one thing, it's not sweet. It has a distinct taste because we caramelize the sugar before cooking it.